Hey everyone, and welcome to a new thing I'm going to be doing, which is look back on the month at what games I managed to pick up, or what games I have picked up. I got them right here. So yeah, first look over the accessories and consoles I got. I'll say things first is this DS case, which currently has all my loose games, as well as two touch pads, well, the stylists for the DS, a white one and a black one. Also, it currently has my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorer of Time, my art card, Sims 2 Pets, FIFA 11, and Jackass DS. Also got a bundle with a DS Lite and a bunch of games. See? So this is the DS Lite that I got. It's in fairly decent condition. Also, it came with its own stylus as well. I'll say the hinge is broken, but apart from that, everything works. And this actually came with this, the official box that it came in. Also, and inside this box is, well, it currently holds a bunch of leaflets and information about how to set out how that normally comes with it. I'll just put the DS back in there for right now. So yeah, so this, the case, plus the games, was a really mind. I'll say here's the games that I got with it. With Coral Gaming. I have no clue who he is. Seems like this will be an interesting game. Also got 42 all-time classics. Also it seems like it's mostly board games by the looks of things. It's a good game to have. Can't go wrong with that. Got more brain training. Also again, a puzzle game. Most, in fact, all these except for are just puzzle games. That's the Sun crossword puzzle. Oh, crossword challenges. Actually, this is also one that came with it, but that isn't a puzzle game, and it's Cooking Guide, which is something I'm probably going to use, because you got a cookbook, and it came with the DS. So I also picked up a few games, a few console games. Also, I picked up True Crime New York for £1. Played it for a bit. Really good game. Really interesting storyline. I picked up two games, 3 and Brotherhood. First, I'm not a big fan of the Assassin's Creed games, but I'll say they're good fun now and then. I'll say I got Sonic Heroes for £4. I'll say, yeah, for a PS2 game, I've not played it yet, but everything's good as far as I can tell. Manual, the disc, and all in all, it seems to be in quite a good condition, except for the case seems to be a bit scuffed. But it's an old game, so not much you can do about that. I also got Devil May Cry. With Devil May Cry 5 coming out, I thought this would be a perfect time to pick up the first 4. and play it. I'll say so far I've only found I'll say got it for a fairly decent price. I'll say to play True Crime, I had a GameCube controller. I'll say all I did was get a simple black one. Not really much else to say about it. I'll say at first it would have been a bit small, but after playing with it on the Wii and the game, I'll say it just feels natural. I'll say the buttons feels nice. I'll say they're not too far apart. I'll say the D-pad is a bit small, but I'll say for I'll say it's not really noticeable when you're playing a game. But yeah, that's my on it, and it covers it completely. Whereas Xbox One controller, the thumb rests on it, and it's room to rock about. You can actually see between the D-pads. The Xbox One is a lot bigger. I'll say both of them are usable. So yeah. I also decided that this time on I'll do a review, well, I'll do a rating of every console and handheld I own. And seeing as my idea goes right here, I'll start off with this. I'll say yes, it's an all digital console, but I've got mine modded so I can actually play different games on it. I'll say right now I've got a GBA emulator on it. So I'll just quickly put up a ROM. I'll say I'm a fan of Pokemon, so yeah, this is Pokemon Yellow. I'll say there's a problem with the sound. As you can see, it's running quite well. So I've also got an all-round emulator, which has Game Boy ROMs on it. I'll play one that I actually own and have right here beside me. So yeah, just ROMs, Game Boy. And I'll go and play start of Mega Man 2. So let's see. Actually, do I have Kirby Streamland on here? No, I do not. Okay, well here is Mega Man on here. Let's see if I can get it to go. Well, I can get it to focus. There's Man's running. So just click start. Character for the GBA version of Mega Man. And yeah. Also, you can also run a whole heap of emulators if you really wanted to. I'll use this as my portable emulation device. Before anyone complains, here's my cartridge Mega Man 2. Also, my camera's not the best, so can you please excuse the poor quality. So yeah, anyway, honestly, I would rate this I would rate this 9 out of 10. I'll say if I was creating, I would say this is a 95. Nice device, can play PSP and all the way up to the N64 PS1 era. So yeah, good device to have on hand if you're into that sort of thing. Also, I've also got a Dot Mix Game Boy, well, which is still in working order, but the batteries are dead, so I can't turn it on and show you. And yeah, this I would rate a solid 6. I'll say it's still decent nowadays, but I've got better ways to play your classic Game Boy and classic Game Boy games, like the Game Boy Advanced, SP. Personally, I would say the SP is the best way to do it, because you get a backlight and the rest of them you don't, except for the Game Boy Light. So yeah, I'll say Mega Man 2 I would rate a 3, mainly because I find it really hard. I'll say on a good day it's about 7, but it's 8, well it's a 3, so yeah. Got Kirby's Dream Land next. I'll say that's a solid 7. Easy to play, easy to get used to. I'll say you do die, but not a lot of times. I'll say you don't get a game over on the first level, whereas with Mega Man 2, that is a possibility. So yeah. So next I've got Tetris. I'll say I rate this a 1. I'll say because I can get Tetris for the Game Boy, which any console I want, even on my phone. This isn't really that great. Tetris isn't really that great game, personally. So I would rate it a 1. I'll say, and I've also got Kid Icarus of Myth Monsters. I'll say a good game. Can get past a few levels on it. Not really completed it yet, but that's on my list to do. So yeah. Well, handheld wise, great console so far. Next I'm actually going to go for the DS. I'm actually taking out my old DS Lite, which I'll say actually have a working hinge, but faulty screens. So yeah. And I'm actually planning on changing this from a DS to a Game Boy Macro later on down the line. But as it stands, fairly decent console. Works well when a game is in. I'll say personally I prefer to use the DS Lite, but hey ho. Got Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. Great game. I'll say I'm a bit of a Pokemon fan. Not big, but I'll say I'm a fan of the games. I'll say take all Mario and all that. I'll say it's in good condition. I'll say I'd rate the game a 6. I'll say it's something that I can easily pop in and enjoy. Something I can greatly forget about that. actually do the games in here. So let's see, Explorers of Time, again that'll be a 6 for the same reasons. A 4 card that can't really be rated, it can get any game that I want on it, so it wouldn't really care rating it. But for what it is, it's a solid 5. Put on some decent games and some bad games, so solid. Sims 2 pets, I would say that is. I'd say that's 4. Not the best game, not the best Sims game I've played, but still fairly decent, I'll say. And FIFA, again, that's a 1. FIFA just sucks in my opinion. I know a lot of people like it, but I just think FIFA sucks. And the only reason I have it is because my actual case that I have, when I actually have, well, for when I actually will have a bigger collection of DS games. I'll say it came 9, so yeah. And Jackass DS, not as good as the Jackass PSP game, but yeah, 3 personally. Not that great, but not terrible. Now it's like the DS games that you've already seen. If you can, that'll be a solid 3 as well. I'll say it's a game, but no, actually I'd say it's a solid 5. It's not a game, but it's still quite useful. So solid 5, can't go wrong with this. Well, all these 3 puzzle games I'm going to rate as 1 because puzzle games aren't really that, well, I'll rate altogether. Sun crosswords, I'll say that's 2. Not really into crosswords. Brain training, 4. Well, 4 to 5. It's a decent game. Something that I could get quite easily get into, but not current time. And 42 all-time classics. I'd say that's a 5 as well, because you get bound to have some decent games that you enjoy, and ones that you don't. Now this active health, I'll say that's going to be a 1 again. I do hate giving games a 1, but if a game isn't one that I'm going to play or play on, it's going to get low. It's going to get a 1. So all in all, for DS, again, a really decent library. Now, I'll go and do the Wii games, or the Wii and GameCube game, because I'm going to be playing this all on the Wii. So I'll start off with the GameCube game. I'll say True Crime, from what I've played of it, solid 8. I'll say not bad, not incredibly great, but it could get greater or get worse later on down the line. And now Sonic Unleashed, I'll say with the Wii nunchucks, it can be control, but with the GameCube control, I think it's also quite easy to control. So yeah, solid 4 is depending on your control option, well, your preferred control. It depends on whether or not you really enjoy it. I'll say Twilight Princess, my favourite Twilight game. I'll say it's my first Twilight game as well. I'll say it's the good in between gritty and I'll say classic Zelda. So it might be the first game I've played, but I have played the older versions, so yeah, I'll say Perfect Cross deserves to be right in the middle and I'm at a 5 spot. My fitness coach, I'll say it's a decent fitness game. Well, yeah, it's a decent game, I'll say, but you're not really doing anything, so you just have a trainer there. I'll say you're with Wii Fit Trainer, in my opinion anyway. And I'll say that will be a 3. Beach Sports. I'll say people actually hate on this, but I think it's a really decent game, so I'd say this is a 5 again. Okay, so now it's time for the PS2 and PS1 game that I have physically. I'll start off with my PS1. Beyblade Zero. Impossible to control. It's literally about luck. Also, I've played this for a good couple of hours and only won one round. Also, the basic is you battle in a tournament to get to upgrade your Beyblade, to battle on the tournament to get coins. That's pretty much the entire game. So you've got your own custom Beyblade that you can battle against other players. Well, you can battle against your friends. Hit and run. I'll say this was my GTA before I got GTA. I'll say I can't rate any lower than an 8. So it's just that addictive. And once you start playing it, it's really hard to put it down. So definitely worth an 8. Sonic Heroes, I'm not really going to rate it right now because I've not played any part of it. So this game will be rated in a future video. I'm going to try and get all the games I own rated, but some of them I've just not played yet. Okay, now Devil May Cry. I'd say this is a solid 6. A first entry into a franchise. I'll say it's fairly simple. I'll say the controls are simple as well. Also, I like how you have to start off with the controls, and after the first level you can change it to the easier controls. Yeah, solid 6. For if you could choose the difficulty first, but I honestly have no problem with that. I'll say Need for Speed Underground 2. The solid 8 for a racing game. I'll say I'm not really racing games, but Need for Speed Underground is one that I can get into. Unlike D-Unit Drift Racing. I'll say that's a 5. Like I said, I'm not into races, but I know people are. So I'll say if you're into it, then great, but I'm not really into it. I'll say this one's a really hard one to start out. Star Wars Starfighter, I mean. I'll say it's a good game, but I find it a bit difficult to control. But I'll say what game in this generation or the previous one wasn't a bit difficult to control. So I give this a pass. I'll say, but I rate it 5. Enter the Matrix. This is a decent spin-off to the Matrix series in game form. I'll say you can't go wrong with it. A solid 6. Now I'll only have 2 consoles left, but I'm going to actually discuss this, my PlayStation TV. Also you've got consoles on it, well, great games on it. I'll say if you've got a PS4 you can use remote play. There's a few PS games, well not PSP, PS Vita games that are blacklisted on, so you can't play them. But there's a white patch list, well, a white patch hack that you can use that just makes you be able to play games. And yeah, for what Sony did to this, 5-star. But for the actual console itself, 8. Now we're moving on to more modern consoles. This is my biggest game collection. I thought I'd just let you know. Also, I'm just going to go through it quite quickly now. I'll say Dead Island Special Edition. I'll say that's a 6. 6, 7. So I read both ones a 3. I'll say I'm not a big fan of them, but I can enjoy them every so often. Final Fantasy. I'll say I've not completed the first disc, but from what I've played, solid 8. Halo 3, a solid 8. I'll say it just reminds me of Halo with the family. With me, my brothers, my sisters, just a bunch of fun. I'll say Prototype, played about 10 minutes of it, really enjoyed it, and my Xbox 360 controller died. Still a solid 8. Defiance. I believe this is an online only game. Servers are down, can't play it. So it's a 0. Star Wars Force Unleashed. I'll say I'm a bit of a Star Wars fan. I'll say I'd rate this a 7 though. Now, Crackdown 1 and 2. They're a 9. Only because it should be an 8. Only because I'll say Crackdown 3 let me down. That these get because Crackdown 3 made me want to play them again. Duke Nukem Forever. I'll say this game gets a lot of hate, but I enjoyed it. So Fable 2 and 3. I'll say decent franchise. You can't go wrong with it. Decent. Perfect Dark Zero. Alright game. I'll say I've got the collector's edition. Collector's edition. Pretty much just a hard tin one. I'd say this game is a solid 7. I'll say I was looking for 6, but 7 sounds better. That sounds. Now I've got it saved in section 8 case. Don't know what it. Got this after my 360 died, so can't have it yet. Also, Gears 2. I've played it for a bit. It's quite enjoyable. Solid 7. Gears of 2. A solid 6. Not really into my FPS. Never really got into it, but I know for a fact it's a good game. And Deus Ex Human Revolution Limited Edition. I'll say it's a solid 5. I'll say it's nothing really decent. Well, nothing really decent new, so 5 is an average game. Okay, time to go on to the final section. The Xbox One. Battlefront 3. I prefer the original one from the PS2. Call of Duty and Warfare Legacy Edition. I'd say this is about. I can't really rate it any lower than a 9. I'll say it's got a really class Call of Duty, plus a modern one. Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I'd say this is an 8. The first one got a 5, but I just feel like this is better story, better character, better plot development. All in all, a better game. Elder Scrolls Online. I'll say it's a 6. It's a fairly decent MMO. Evolved. Again, I said it's a recent online game. I'll say Sky 10. It's not wrong with having a Skyrim. I'll say Skyrim's been on the 360, PS3, 4, Xbox One, Switch, plus 2 on the PC. That's 8 versions of Skyrim. Definitely worth 10. GTA 5. Never 10. I'll say GTA always, depending on time and what features they've got, most of the time it's a 10. Liberty City Stories, I'd rate that a 10. I'll say Vice, 10. San Andreas, 10. 3, 9. 1 and 2 in Chinatown, 5. Not really into top-down. I'll say Destiny. I'd say that's 5. So yeah, that's my games, plus the rating, plus what I got recently. Also, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. I might do an episode 2. Well, episode 2 sometime in the future. Until then, I will see you later.